Hello YouTube, this is Scott Grammer and I am the Old Audio Guy. I have a different kind of video for you tonight. This is video of Ryan, my apprentice, learning how to and actually doing his first speaker refoam job. Check it out. Alright, so Ryan is just starting on changing the foam rolls on his little JBLs. And he has taken a picture of the wires to the woofer so that he knows how to go back on. Those are called aircraft connectors, and they were designed by the Air Force specifically not to come off.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that they wouldn't shake off while, flying at 1,500 miles an hour through bad weather.
Well, they're in the butt.
Yes, they are. You have to be careful not to pull too hard because you don't want to damage the speaker. Whoa, stop. You're making them tighter. When you squeeze on that wide part, you're actually making them tighter. All right, hang on. Let me show you. Let me give you an idea. So, I have to tilt my head up. I don't know what this does to the camera angle. So, if you will take a small flat blade screwdriver and put it in between the edge of this connector and the insulator and rotate it, it will pop that thing right off of there. I got this. Go ahead.
We don't need smaller ones, so I hope so.
All right, so can you see where you're going there? Or you need a flashlight?
I can see. Well, this will do it.
Yeah, that'll make it easier. There you are. Now you have more light.
And I can see. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Yep, you got the right idea. Now just rotate the screwdriver, and it should pop it right out of there. Just takes a little practice. There you go. See?
Freedom. This one guy's got a really small gap. Move them first. Try to use this. Hang it, man. There we go.
Okay. Now the tweeter leads, those are smaller ones. Usually these will just pull straight off.
Do I need to take them out?
It might make it easier. So blue goes to the red.
I took pictures of it too.
Okay. Yeah. Gently. There you go. Okay. Now you can set the box out of the way. Yeah. All right. So now you will need your Phillips screwdriver for the screw heads and your pliers for the nuts, and get to unscrewing the woofer.
Thank you. Oh.
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember turning it before. And
You would do better to use a screwdriver with a larger handle for this.
probably
It'll give you a lot better grip and you'll not hurt your hands so much.
I hurt my hands. What's It's in here for you. I'm probably gonna go take your giant pair.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do that.
I think you should. See how much better that is? Bigger handle.
A few moments later.
So what you should be able to do is take your flat blade screwdriver and just gently put in there and twist, and the woofer should just pop right out, depending upon how strong that glue is. Okay, well now, you don't want to try and make marks on the plastic if you can help it.
I wasn't pressing too hard.
And if the glue is holding on too tight, then we will use alcohol to loosen it. I'll leave that to your judgment. Be careful of the cone. You don't want to hurt the cone. Ah, it's coming loose. Marvelous.
Just had to go around each section.
Yes, you have to have separate negotiations with each of the branches of the woofer frame government. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's coming. You got a 1/4 inch gap opened up there that you didn't have before. It's about to fall right out in your floor. I think you can just pull it out now. Like that.
Wonderful.
All right. So there you go, set your baffle out of the way. All right. So, yeah, you will need the utility knife. Now, the gasket material here it's a hard foam. And so what you're going to want to do is put your knife blade under it and go around slowly and try to preserve that rubber gasket.
So try to preserve the gasket. Okay.
Yes. Now, if this were a speaker where the woofer mounted from the front, you would have to try and preserve. I mean, you really need to preserve that gasket because it's visible. In this speaker, it's not visible. If it gets boogered up, we can work around that. But
So we're trying to get the gasket off.
they're trying to get the gasket off, and you can see it's just glued to the old foam under here. It probably won't be too hard. And it is split. That gasket is split. Let's see, there's a split there. Yeah, just do what you can. You got better eyes than I do. Even with my glasses, you can probably see better than I can. Don't poke your finger. There you go. Move your finger down. There you go.
6.5 hours later.
Is that good for the outside, aside from the glue? Still got it.
Yeah. As far as the surface goes, yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm going to take the X-Acto to the...
I mean, there's little bits in there you'll want to try and get out, but it's not too bad. Wait, show you. Show you. Like that. See?
Okay.
So you're not pulling with your fingers, you're pushing with... No. Put this thumb down here on the frame. Now pull... There you go. See what I mean? Ah, you will discover the control. Part of it is you've dulled the knife quite a bit by using... You might want to turn the blade over so you get a sharp edge.
Oh, that's so much better.
Isn't it though? And the neat thing is because you're using your thumb for the energy, if your hand slips, instantly the energy pulling the handle goes away. And so you're less likely to cut yourself.
That is quite handy.
Yeah, handy. Huh, I see what you did there.
I hope so.
Yeah, don't cut those leads.
Yep.
We can fix them if you do, but let's not cut them. There you go. It's gone. All right, now we just need to try and get some of the gaff off of that cone. So let me show you what I like to do with that.
Excuse me.
In fact, you know what? That's a bead. Let's see if we can do it this way. So you see I'm putting my tip of my blade under that bead, trying to get it separated. If I can get it separated all the way to the edge. Yes, exactly. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here, finish it up. Just go slow. You'll feel it kind of steering you. There you are. See, if you hadn't gotten rid of that, your new foam would not have stuck properly. First of all, it would have been offset by 0.5 millimeter or so. And second, new glue does not like to stick to old glue that much. Yep. So that's exactly the right way to do it. Just like that. Just use your finger and it'll just break off. Now, get you a piece of cloth, get you a microfiber and clean the dust off the cone. I don't think there's actually going to be any dust where the foam attaches, but still, if you glue to that dust, it'll just pop right off. It won't stick. There you go, and it makes the cone look better. Go ahead and get into the apex between the cone and the. It won't make any difference to refoaming, but it just makes the speaker look better. There you go. You are ready to put a foam roll on. So, I don't usually use this glue.
Yeah, we have the...
Right, I use the white hobby glue.
The Turbo Tacky glue?
Yes, the Turbo Tacky glue.
Turbo Tacky gluing Boostus. Where is the cap? What did you do with the cap, Scott?
That's probably missing in action. But fortunately, the glue forms its own cap, which you can just peel off, and that preserves the glue. So, first of all, before you go to gluing anything, you want to test fit your foam roll.
Make sure we got the right stuff.
Make sure it's centered. And so you want to look at the gap between the outside of the foam roll edge and the inside of the frame. So that gives you an idea when that gap is even all the way around, then the foam roll is centered. And you want to do this while you're dry fitting so you know what to shoot for before you start gluing it down. All right?
Okay.
Now, on some speakers I'll start with a frame. On others I'll start with a cone. I usually start with a cone. And what I'll do, I'm just going to get this started and then I'll let you finish the process. Alright, so
Yeah, there we go.
right, and we brush it on thick enough that it still looks white, but no thicker than that. See what I mean? If you get it too thin, you start to see a whole lot of gray through it. And don't worry, if you put too much on, we can take it right off. It's not that big a deal. Now, the foam will reticulate, which is to say it will wrinkle because it's wet. This is normal. Yeah, you're using a little too much glue.
Yeah.
So just take that and spread it around. There you go. Yeah, just without squeezing any from the bottle, just spread that around. There you go.
Too much pressure to it.
Try to keep it off of this edge, but we'll clean it up if we have to. It's not a big deal. Yep. All right, now you can just use the nozzle to kind of spread it around without putting any more down. There you go. All right, now you can set the foam roll aside for a moment. Don't put your glue down yet. I want you to do the same thing around the inside half of this frame. Because as we saw when we dry fitted this foam, it doesn't go all the way to the edge. So just do the inside, like the first quarter of an inch inside.
It's just right here.
Yeah, of the frame itself.
The same thing, not too much glue, but a little bit glue.
Same thing. Just like you did right there.
A little glue?
It'll take it a minute to get started.
There we go.
That's where you want it, right there. That is what we're looking for. Because that's where the foam roll is going to lie. Again, if you use too much, don't worry about it. Better too much than too little, because you can fix too much easier than you can fix too little. Well, actually, I guess they're about the same. As long as you catch it before you put the foam roll down.
It's after that you kind of go,
It gets to be a hassle. And I have screwed up in the past to the point that I had to order another set of foam rolls and tell the customer they were going to have to wait another week for the foam rolls to come in. And it's a humbling experience, but you're human. It happens. You just roll with it and go on.
In the words of some people, somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they are, some band, I think they call themselves Dragons or something. I'm only human.
Yep.
Okay, is it just me or does this kind of look like gravy?
Huh?
Kind of looks like gravy. I'm kidding not.
Just keep
It
gluing.
does! With like the black little peppers, right?
As long as I find out that this is not an ingredient in the gravy you make, because if this is an ingredient in the gravy you make, I'm not eating any more.
If it tasted good, but does it matter?
Yes, it does, because it's not food.
It's edible.
It's not food.
It's edible. I have some kids who beg to differ.
Well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but kids are stupid.
So are adults. We're all just stupid at different times.
Yeah,
In different ways.
and there's levels. All right.
What is this?
So, now, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to pick up that foam roll by the edge, eyeball it the best you can. Don't try to center it on the cone, center it in the frame because you can see that more easily. So remember, yeah, that distance right there, that's just right. Now just let it drop. Now, center it on the frame so that the gap all the way around is the same. I mean, you don't have to measure it with a micrometer, just where it looks the same all the way around. And then push down into the glue on the frame. Well, you're doing the frame and the cone at the same time. You don't have to do that, but that's okay. It works. He's developing his own technique here, right in front of our crummy little camera.
Our crummy little camera. I moved it a little bit by accident.
It's going to do that.
It's fixed.
And it looks like you've got a pretty fair seal on the cone. Now, what I end up doing, and you've seen me do this, is I'm doing just what you're doing for like 10 minutes straight as the glue just starts to cure. Because it takes about 10 minutes to really stick.
Mm-hmm.
And so during that time, I'm poking and prodding and aligning and stuff like that. Now, if your fingernail will let you, sometimes your fingernail can kind of give it a little extra pressure. Most glues, including this one, are pressure-sensitive glues. They don't actually, stick until you press them down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That looks good. Now, you see that you have some white on the cone.
Should.
Yes, that glue will shrink when it cures, and it will suck back up under the cone. Most of that will disappear, and whatever is left when it dries clear, and you really won't see it. So that one's done. Set it aside.
I'll do it again.
It needs to cure for at least half a day. And I'm going to leave you completely alone to do the other one.
Okay, I'm going to clean up first.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. And if you get stuck or have a question, you know where I am. And I'm going to turn the video off for now.
Goodbye.
Okay, everybody, so here you're seeing the final result of that woofer refoam. It looks great. It sounds great. Ryan did a great job. And by the way, the day that I'm doing this editing, Ryan has also installed a head switching relay in a Nakamichi cassette deck, and he has repaired a belt drive turntable, and he is soon to be let loose on his own. I'm going to throw him in the deep end and just going to start handing him an occasional unit and say, figure out what's wrong with this, and we'll go from there. We're going to make a technician out of him yet. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.